Welcome to Fredo's Football Talk. I'm your host, Fredo. Today we got the whole crew in the building. We got that boy DC, Jerron, and our boy Steven back over there running everything behind the scenes. But other than that, gentlemen, what's up? What's good with y'all, man?
What's going on, Fredo? We got the draft behind us.
Yes.
Interesting things happened over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Looking forward to talking about it.
Oh, yeah. Is there one thing that popped out that you liked?
There's a few of them that popped out. We're going to get into it real quick.
Absolutely, man. Jerron, how about you, my boy? How you been?
I'm excited. I'm having I'm looking forward to the schedule release now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the next thing. We just had the draft. Football is still king around these parts, and we're gonna talk about it.
And you know what, man? Football will always be king, man.
Yeah.
It's been the top dog to this day, man. Like even though they get excited for schedule releasing, they get excited for draft.
Yeah.
You know, it's an event, man.
Yeah.
You know, like you get it, man. If you're a football head like we are, man. But that being said, gentlemen, the draft is finally on the books. It was a good draft. Now we're going to go into it, talk about each of our teams. DC, you being a Titan fan, Jerron, you being a Cowboy fan, and me being a Texans fan. And we're going to jump into these three teams first. DC, we'll start off with your Titans first, man. Okay. Is there anything that you liked about of players that the Titans picked up?
The Will Levis pick, I liked him. I think we still gave up too much for him. But of course, the quarterback was a need for us. Of course, the best pick was the offensive lineman, the first pick overall.
Okay.
But I really did like the running back.
Mm-hmm.
I've mentioned him a couple of times in the podcast. Spears out of Tulane. There were some issues because I think he doesn't have ACLs in his knees. So, but I'm like, hey man, he done all this work to this point. So take a flyer on him third round.
Yeah.
At some point, Henry's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. I think this is gonna probably be the last year of Henry. So they got to start finding a replacement. This guy might not be the replacement, but you know, it's a start.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the running back room we already have. So yeah, overall, decent draft. I would like to take a receiver a little earlier in the draft. We picked the final pick that we had, but I was really hoping to get a receiver around the fourth round. But they did address some needs that we had. So, but I'm good with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Were you surprised that Derrick Henry didn't get traded in the draft?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, but hey, it ain't over yet.
Yeah.
So it ain't over. That's what I was saying earlier. There's still some teams that's going to have to make some adjustments.
Okay.
Before the season starts.
Okay.
And it's probable, but either way, this is his last year. It won't be another year.
Yeah.
This is gonna be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I see here that y'all drafted 6 players, and for that they gave y'all overall grade on y'all's draft A-, man.
Yeah.
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 Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Like I said, we got a couple of offensive linemen in there. Which that was our biggest need. We got to fix it before we can do anything else. The line got to be straight, and I was happy about that. So,
and one thing I'm looking at right here, man, y'all drafted nothing but offensive players, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, offensive tackle, quarterback, running back, tight end,
Yeah.
offensive tackle, and wide receiver.
yes, we needed it. We needed all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, we would have went up and I would like the guy like Hyatt from Tennessee, the wide receiver.
Okay.
I would have liked that guy, but they chose not to. They went the other route, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
All right. So is Will Levis going to become your QB1, or you think Tannehill's still going to hold down that position?
If Tannehill's still on the roster, it'll be Tannehill, more than likely. But if they can move Tannehill before the season, he'll walk in day one starter. He sure will.
Well, what do you want?
If that's the case, if we're gonna break it all the way down, then you got to move Tannehill.
Okay.
I'm ready for Tannehill to go.
Yeah.
But if he's still on the roster, he's going to be a starter. Like I said, I wouldn't mind. Like I said, Henry go, Tannehill can go. We're to the point now. We're going to be going and rebuild. They don't want to say it.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a rebuild. Tannehill's costing us about, I think, like $38, $39 million against the cap.
Yeah.
Which is actually cheap in this day's NFL.
Yeah.
But I think that race has run its course.
Yeah.
And it's going to be time to move on from it. There's some fresh faces in there, new guys. Yeah, start over.
Okay.
And I have no problem with that at all. You know.
All right.
That's why I was glad we got 6 picks. And I didn't want to give up much from next year's draft because you just don't know how that's going to turn out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wanted to keep as many of those as we could, like the Arizona when they got that pick from Arizona, which was the Texans' pick originally, that 33 pick, and we moved up with Arizona, and then we gave them something from next year, like a third rounder, which I hated that. But I guess that's the cost of business these days.
Yeah.
Arizona really, all they did was stack picks.
Yeah.
You know, they made a couple of good picks, but they already ready for next year's draft.
Yeah, they are.
So it depends on what happened with D-Hop, if they move him or if he stays. That'll be more picks for them.
Yeah.
So, but as far as the Titans, another tight end, I don't mind, but I don't think it's just a backup for the most part. I think Chig will be the starter this year, day one.
So, you know, like I ain't gonna lie, man. Like when Texans made that trade with Arizona, I was kind of hoping D-Hop would have been a part of that trade.
Yeah.
And then I want to be so mad giving up so much to Arizona, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah, Arizona took a little bit from a couple teams.
Yeah.
They did well.
They punted this draft. They said next year is the one.
Yeah.
I knew you loved that Skoronski pick. I for y'all, I like the Will Levis pick.
Yeah.
It's a shot in the dark. He's got traits. I went back and watched him. Whenever he's on time with intermediate, short to intermediate, he looks like an NFL quarterback. The problem is when he kind of tries to think he's Aaron Rodgers and he tries to get on the move, and like when he's running, that's fine, but when he's trying to make stuff happen like Bryce Young would do, he can't complete that. It's good development behind Tannehill, like you said. I think eventually he will be your starter. But overall, I like the draft that y'all got for 6 picks. You know, Ty J, like you said, has the knee thing. But I mean, that's a good basis.
Right.
For a team who, like, let's be honest, like you said, they're breaking down. That's a good start. Is a good way to start the rebuilding process.
Yeah, you know, and there was a lot of people projected him to be a top 5 pick, and he just plummeted. Come to find out, he was some foot issues, turf toe stuff. And I think a lot of the team was asking him to get surgery, and he didn't want to do that. So he ended up falling back like that. So hopefully it won't be an issue when he gets to the league. Get it taken care of soon. Maybe he comes in with a chip on his shoulder. The fact that he had to sit in that green room like that, pretty much alone. You know, when his name didn't get called in the first round.
My thing about that is if you know you got turf toe and NFL teams are asking you to get surgery and you decline, of course you're going to start dropping.
Right.
So why would you be so surprised and hurt that you made it to the second round?
Yeah. And the other thing I hate about that, because we got him in the second round, which means you only get 4 years.
Yeah.
If we'd have got him at the end of the first round, we'd got that 5th year. So if Tannehill is some kind of way still on this roster for the whole season, that's 1 year we've lost. So now we got 3 years to evaluate, and that puts you behind the 8 ball a little bit.
Now, like the second part of the draft that I love, when it comes up, are the mini camps.
Yes.
I want to hear how Will Levis is doing in the mini camps. What's his accuracy like? How he's controlling the team, how the locker room treats him, and with this competition between him and Tannehill, because it's big, because most likely this is your quarterback for the next 4 years. Man, I can't wait till minicamp start to see what Will Levis does. Same thing we'll talk about him later. Same thing for Richardson.
Yeah.
All these quarterbacks, I can't wait.
Right. But see, what the thing about it, if we suck bad enough and we end up with like a top 2 or 3 pick next year, guess what? Caleb Williams.
Back to back.
Drake,
back to back ones.
And that'll make 4 years straight. 3 years straight that we take Malik Willis.
Yeah.
You know?
For real.
Yeah, but, you know, Arizona did. They took Josh Rosen 1 year and came right back the next year. First round took Collar.
This may be a hot take, but I watched Drake May. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it where all the hype is about. Maybe he proves me wrong, but I don't see what all the hype is about. But Yeah.
But of course, there'll be another couple of names that show up by this time
that'll
next
pop
year.
up.
That where did this guy come from?
Yeah.
Like the kid that I think he transferred from one of the SEC teams and went to Notre Dame.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. I forgot his name.
Broke some college record from passing yards or something. He transferred for his fifth year or whatever to Notre Dame. He may be a big name before it's all over.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, boys, got any more on the Titans and their draft selections?
No, overall, I like what they did.
Okay. All right, so let's move on to the Texans real quick, man. So, so the Texans are right here. Overall grade they got was a B plus, and I want to say they threw that with the factor of trading those picks as well.
Right.
But overall, if it wasn't for that, maybe if they didn't give up so much, I think the Texans would have got A minus out of this draft right here.
Mm-hmm.
So besides Stroud and Anderson, the pick I like right here, I like the wide receiver from Houston, Tank Dell. I like him a lot right there.
He's a sleeper.
He's good. You know they're gonna use him more as a factor as a slot receiver.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. He's very small, man. He's like 5'6", 5'7", something.
Yeah, 170 pounds, soaking wet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So so I think he's gonna be more for sure. Day one, he's gonna be used more as a special teamer, as a kick, punt returner, kick returner.
Mm-hmm.
I can see him in that. But besides that one, I do like that pickup. They got the Alabama linebacker Henry Tuo.
Yeah, Toyo.
Yeah, I like that one right there. They said that he fall down, that he was a steal.
Yeah.
They're surprised that he got down that low in the draft, but they said that he should have been like a day two player right there that should have been drafted, but he fall down in the last day right there. And yeah, man. Besides that, I feel like the Texans drafted everything they needed. They addressed the offensive line. They got from Penn State the center. They got Juice Suckers, Scruggs. I feel like he's not your typical big center.
Mm-hmm.
He's more in the light side.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess with that scheme they're gonna use, I guess they didn't want that big center. But they said that he didn't allow any sacks last year.
Oh man!
So I don't know.
Pretty good in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's coming from Penn State, and then they also drafted a offensive guard from Notre Dame, and the Texans always need help, especially in the guard position. So we'll see about that. And they also drafted a safety from Pittsburgh, Brandon Hill.
Mm-hmm.
We know that we do need, I say, another cornerback. I wish they would have addressed the cornerback than the safety position, at least for this year. But yeah, I think we need one more corner. But other than that, man, I'm satisfied with this draft class right here of the Texans. I agree with the grade, a B plus.
What's your favorite pick?
Well, I have to go with Will Anderson, man.
Okay.
Just because I know he's the for sure best player out of this draft right here.
Yeah.
And he'd be the day one starter. No questions asked.
Yeah. The fit is good for him. I'm gonna have to go with Tank Dell. I know he's small. Dude is fast, really good route runner.
Yeah. The only thing is that they were saying in his report that he drops a lot of balls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then again, he is getting an upgrade on the quarterback. So
yeah.
Right.
We'll see about that. So
but he gets open. I saw some Texans on Twitter were saying they got the new Tyreek Hill and with him and Mechie. They're saying they got Tyreek Hill and what's your boy from the Dolphins? Waddle, Jalen Waddle. Yeah. So I wouldn't go that far.
Mm-hmm.
He's a fast player. He moves like a 4-3 player, but and then Xavier Hutchinson, Iowa State wide receiver.
Okay.
I thought he would go way higher than this.
Yeah.
To me, he's a steal
Really?
for where he went. He ran kind of slow, but man, like he was always open.
Was
good hands.
Well, was he the number one receiver
for Iowa State?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's. I'm surprised he didn't get more buzz. Maybe it's just because his long speed wasn't great, but I like him a lot.
Okay. All right. DC, how about you, man?
I actually like the defensive end out of TCU, Dylan Horton.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Big, strong guy. I think you're gonna see an impact from him on day one.
Okay.
When the season starts, if all goes healthy. But I'm also with you with Will Anderson was the best pick.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah.
A lot of people were going back and forth with that. Were you okay with what they gave up to do that? A lot of people say if you're going to give up that, why don't you just do it for Bryce Young and take him at one?
Yeah.
So were you okay with that? What you had to give up to get it?
Are you asking me that?
Yeah.
All right. So, Judge Jerron can testify this on your behalf right here at DC because I was kind of down when they drafted Stroud at 2.
Uh-huh.
I wanted Will Anderson because at that point, if it wasn't Bryce Young falling to the Texans at 2, I wanted them to get Will Anderson. And the fact they got Stroud, I was like, oh, I was like, I wish they would have traded that pick and they could have gave that pick maybe to the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said in our past 2 episodes, I wouldn't mind if the Texans would have traded with the Colts. I was like, here, you could take them. And we get y'all pick and maybe an extra pick or 2. But just the fact that we gave up more than I expected, but like Jerron said last time, if they would have gone Will Anderson at 2 and they made that same move to trying to talk to Arizona to get Stroud at 3, I think someone would have outbid the Texans.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think the Colts or maybe let's say Atlanta would have made that call. And
Tennessee was trying to get him with Arizona too.
Oh.
Yeah, but we just wouldn't offer as much as the Texans did.
Yeah.
They were trying to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were going.
And the Texans have so much to give up, to be honest with you. So, that's why maybe there was like, we're just going away the stuff that Cleveland has given us, basically. Yeah. And so I get it, but I like the aggressiveness overall. I was like, all right, that lets me know that they're ready to compete next year and not to just tank for games.
Right.
So yeah,
right.
To me, this year, as long as they win over 8 games, this be a great draft, in my opinion. But overall, if they make the playoffs, that's a plus. I'm not expecting them to, but I'll be excited.
Yeah, but I think that first round pick, that's y'all's first round pick, or that the one in Cleveland for next year
that we gave up.
Yeah, that's y'all's next year first round.
I want to say most likely, that was ours.
Okay,
yeah.
But I think y'all still got one from Cleveland next
year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we still have one more first. We had 2, but now we got 1.
Okay.
But I think we gave up ours. I would have wished that we would have gave Cleveland because knowing that division, with the Steelers and then with the Ravens and
the
Bengals, that'd be a hard division, and I know, and like I said, I'm expecting them the most games the Texans win is anywhere from 7 to 9 games. That's the most I expect them. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
The interesting part about your first 2 picks, it seems like one was a coach pick, one was a GM pick,
but which one was the GM pick?
C.J. Stroud.
Okay.
See, they say drafting a quarterback gives you another 3 years of life. So
if you're good,
but not really, because you drafted the guy, and then the owner's gonna give you time to put parts around the guy.
Okay.
And then then on the 3rd year, if the guy don't work out, then maybe the GM is gotta go.
Yeah.
And then Will Anderson seemed like D'Amico said, "Hey, I'm trying to build the 49ers defensive line in Houston."
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's interesting to see how this goes further on between these 2 kind of big personalities. You got Caserio and Ryans looks like he's got a pretty big control over the organization already.
Yeah.
To see how that back and forth goes is kind of interesting.
I think Casario and D'Amico is going to work out well, because I feel like they could talk to each other and well, it says it right here, man. Because right here, like overall, the Texans had 9 picks, and they had four of them are defensive players, and you know those defensive players came from D'Amico, and just the fact that he picked 2 from Alabama, which is the school that he came from, so that right there lets you know that those defensive picks are more on him, but we knew coming in here, especially for the draft, that the Texans needed help on the offense side of the ball, man, and especially in the offensive line. And mind you, they got that guard from the Buccaneers. They got him from free agency, or was it through the draft? No,
free agency.
Trade.
They made a trade.
It was a trade.
Shaq Mason.
Yeah, they made a trade for him, and then so that fixed the problem right there. And then you got I'm sorry, you got Tunsil.
Yeah,
and then you got the other tackle, Howard, and then you got Green from last year's first draft.
Yeah, King Green.
And so basically, you got 3 first rounders in your offensive line.
Yeah,
so
your line's looking set now.
Yeah,
we'll see how it all comes together.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be interesting to see you guys again. Like I said, with the Titans, I really want to see what that rookie minicamp and that minicamp is like.
Yeah,
because C.J. Stroud automatically comes and knocks Davis Mills off. If Davis Mills outperforms him in the minicamp, it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I would like to see how that goes. Maybe if C.J. Stroud starts off a little slow, getting used to the NFL speed.
Yeah.
Even on the Texans, there's a lot of speed.
Yeah. So if I had to put it, I feel it's gonna be Stroud QB1, Case Keenum backup, and old boy, what's his name?
Davis Mills.
Davis Mills
As a third.
Yeah. If God forbid something happens to Stroud, put in Keenum. Do not put in Mills.
Yeah. For me, Fredo, those first 2 picks, it's either going to be boom or bust. There's not going to be an in between.
No.
I agree.
There's not going to be an in between. But we'll find out a year or 2 down the road what's going to happen, because when you do what you did to do that, and mess around, you win 3 games next year, and Arizona sitting there with like the number 3 overall pick that you gave them, people going to start to talk. What's going on. But I think Stroud will be fine as long as you see progress throughout the season. Win or lose, as long as you can see something promising in the future. All these guys ain't gonna go out there and light us up. But as long as you see the adjustment to the NFL speed and everything, it'll be okay. But if you don't see nothing, man, what are we doing?
Yeah,
what are we doing? Because like you say, some people wanted Stroud, some people didn't.
Yeah.
But I think he'll be okay. Just for the offense you guys are gonna run anyway. I'm hoping so. I want him to do good.
So overall, at the draft party, everybody got excited when his name was called.
Yeah.
Even Jerron was telling me, "Come on, man, be happy, be happy."
Yeah.
It's just like, man, look, Texans been my team, man. Like they found ways to let me down multiple times, man. And I learned never get too excited.
Right.
When it comes to my team, especially with the Texans, man. Just I can't do that, man. Like, I thought we would be set for the next 15 years when we had Deshaun Watson.
You should have been.
Yeah.
And I was.
Yeah.
I was, man. That same year, I got that jersey, man. And like every day I was debating Hawkins or Watson. And now I got both them jerseys hanging up doing nothing but collecting dust.
Yeah. Like that. Do you think the cheers was because it was Stroud or because they wanted the quarterback?
I feel because it was Stroud.
Okay.
Because I ain't gonna lie, man. I had that fear in me. God, man, do not let it be Will Levis.
Yeah.
Do not let it be that guy.
That was a good smoke screen. They threw his name out.
Man, I was like, what? It was like just the fact that they were seeing him as the potential best number 2 quarterback. Are you serious? I was like,
but now you have to hope that Will Levis don't outperform Stroud.
Well,
but then you're back to that circle again.
I think the one you have to be worried about is Richardson.
Yeah. So this right here brings me into another conversation. So now with the AFC South, you have Richardson, you have Stroud, you have what's his name for Titans?
Levis,
and then you got God, bro, what's his name? Old boy from the Jaguars.
Oh, Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
So now you got these 4 young quarterbacks. Matter of fact, 3 of them were drafted in this draft alone. Man, are you talking about the AFC South made a 360 turn to now be from the sorriest division to now actually contender division?
Well, we'll see. I'm not going to be.
I think we still got the worst quarterbacks in the AFC as far as division wise.
Okay.
But when you go through and you go, well, the AFC West, they got Mahomes and Herbert and Russell Wilson. And of course, the AFC North with Pittsburgh and Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Cleveland. So, for the AFC South, we're going to have to see a couple of years.
But look, DC, what I'm trying to say is, look, last season. Last season, the Texans had.
Oh, yes.
The Texans had, what's, oh, God, I can't. Yeah, what's up
Mills.
With these? They had Mills, and y'all had Tannehill, but Tannehill was hurt most of the time. And then not Atlanta, Indianapolis had Matt Ryan, and then those 2 other quarterbacks that put in the mix, and then Lawrence last year just dominated, with the Jaguars last year. It's just like I'm saying, it's not gonna be. Oh, here comes the typical AFC South,
right?
Like basically, I want this division to be contending now. And I don't want us to be as a joke, as a division.
Again, but we'll see. Okay. Like, that's if everything goes as planned. Yeah. And nothing usually goes as planned. So we'll see how, because they could all be duds, Will Levis has the toe thing. Yeah. Anthony Richardson has the accuracy thing. Yeah. C.J. Stroud. Under pressure, is he going to be the same quarterback as he usually is? Yep. So we'll see how they come about.
So before we go on and go talk about the Cowboys, DC, there's one more thing I want to talk to you about. What's up with your boy, man? Getting up on the stage. And clowning the Texans. What was it? McCarty?
Yeah. No, that was good.
Yeah. Drew Pearson started all that, man. Everybody trying to be like Drew Pearson, get up there on stage and crack jokes and stuff like that. There was a couple other people that got up there and talked a little bit, but man,
he got up there with the Oiler
I wasn't
gear.
expecting that. Yeah.
And first of all, he never played in the Oiler gear before. He wasn't even drafted with them. I was like,
it don't matter. He said, hey,
this is our team stuff now. This belongs to us.
He said, don't get it twisted. We still gonna win the AFC South. And then he went to demolish every team in the division. I was like, damn, that was pretty good.
I was like, man,
that was a pretty good Drew Pearson impression.
Yeah. What's it called? Like, we'll see what happens in the end of the season, man. He's gonna eat them words, man.
And he said, "We own y'all. We own this division. Don't get it twisted." I was like,
man, you know what? He could have said that if they'd have won the division last season, but they didn't, bro. I was like, man, they should have left that for a Jaguar representative.
The Jaguars can't. I don't even think they have enough swag for that. They just now got decent.
Yeah. All right, man. So let's move on to the Cowboys now. All right, Jerron, the Cowboys overall grade, what they give them, it's a B plus. They feel like the day one grade it was a B, but the rest of them an A.
I'm actually surprised that it was that high. I'll give it an incomplete. So let me so I'm gonna go through these real quick. Give you a small scouting. So Mozzie Smith, first round, big athletic run stopper with the ability to throw offensive linemen around. Luke Schoonmaker, he's a tight end out of Michigan, not a great receiver, but really good blocker. DeMarvion Overshone, linebacker, Texas. He's kind of like a Ron Curse, the way we use him. That's basically what it's going to be. Junior Fiocco. They're going to put him as a 3-tech. Asim Richards, OT, they're going to bump him into a left guard. Eric Scott, don't know much about him, but Evidently, Dan Quinn loves him. Deuce Vaughn, I was super surprised
Yes.
that they picked. Like, what I'm watching the draft and I see Deuce Vaughn come up there. I was like, they did it. He's 5'5", 179 pounds.
Man, we talked about that a few weeks ago. There's no comp.
There's nothing.
No comp to it.
He's smaller than the Philly running back. What was his name?
Spiral.
Yeah. Sproles.
Yeah.
So he's smaller than them. And then Jalen Brooks, a throwaway receiver. I don't know why his name was he. I'm gonna have to see what he does, but. This seemed like a Dan Quinn draft. Yeah. It's interesting. Like seems like he's running stuff more than McCarthy is. He got his DT. Mm-hmm. He's got his linebacker, 3 tech. I'm like, Dan Quinn is doing more for the Cowboys than the head coach is. It seems like. Schoolmaker, I'm kind of excited to see what he can do, but for me, the Deuce Vaughn pick is the one. Yeah. So I can't wait to see how he is incorporated into the offense. Yeah.
So Deuce Vaughn, his dad works for the Cowboys, right?
Right. He's a scout.
He's a scout?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Like I saw a moment right there in the draft. They posted up on their social media that his dad made a call. Said, "Hey man, how would you feel come work with me every Sundays?" Yeah. That was a badass moment. If I had a dad, that'd be badass.
Yeah, It was crazy because so during the whole process, he's a scout, so they got to talk about his son, right? And he would walk out the room every time they brought Deuce Vaughn up, and then so he's sitting in the room. He has no idea how they feel about Deuce, and then so they made the pick, and he just sat there just bawling. Yeah. And I was like, "Oh man, that's a tearjerker right there." And then they had him call him to tell him that he's gonna be a Cowboy, and that was cool. That was the best. I think that was the best moment of the draft, basically.
Oh, it had to be because when that call comes from Dad, you don't know what it's called.
Yeah,
you don't know. You don't know.
You're like, what?
Any news? Any updates? Anyone called?
Yeah. So it could have just been a random conversation, and it looks to me like Deuce would have been undrafted if
if it wasn't for that.
Like I said before,
right?
5'5", bro. Like, but I went back and really studied him after the pick. Oh yeah, he might be something.
He got some highlights.
He might be something. He's a tough runner. He's just so small. Yeah. Nobody can see him behind the line, so he hides in the butt crack of the guard, and he just cuts and he's got some get up to him. He's not really fast.
Like I feel like he's gonna be more explosive on the passing game than the running game. Right. Imagine him in the screenplay.
Yeah.
Jeez. Good luck catching him, man.
The thing I want to see is how they use him and Pollard together. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like I would put Pollard as a movable piece whenever. So jet sweep with Pollard, screen pass to Deuce. I was about to call him Bart Scott. But yeah. So overall, I would have gave him a B-.
B-. Okay.
It seems like the overall theme of the draft was just to get tougher. Mm-hmm. All these are just tough guys. They didn't draft one person who's like a 4.55 cat. Right. Yeah. But DeMarvion Overshown was like a 4.57. Deuce Vaughn was like a 4.57. Scott, same thing. So this to me was a trenches. We know who we're going against. Right. We're going against the damn 49ers who can't get pie. Mm-hmm. And we're going against the damn Eagles who keep just stacking up. So Mozzie Smith, your task to stop DeAndre Swift. Mm-hmm. Schoolmaker, your task to get our running backs open. And then Overshown, we got to have a spy for damn Jalen Hurts. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So this was this whole draft was the Eagles in their head.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get tougher. It's the 49ers. They punk us every time we play them. So let's go ahead and make these picks. And then last thing I got for the Cowboys, the UDFAs, like they always do good getting undrafted free agents. Mm-hmm. I'm keeping my eye out on Hunter Lipke. He's a running back for North Dakota State, but they're gonna transfer him to a fullback.
Okay,
he's gonna be Cowboys version of John Kuhn, maybe Juice out of the 49ers. Juszczyk, yeah. So that's what they envision. We'll see how it goes, but that's a name to look out for. Hunter Lipke.
When you look at these guys run, how many do you think will be starting week 1? When you look at that list,
Mozzie, Schoonmaker, he's a blocking tight end, so he's not really going to start, but he's going to be in all their short yardage things. That's it.
Okay. So then, with that tight end, basically you'll be going back to when you have Blake Jordan and Schultz.
Yep.
Yeah, you're passing and running.
Yep.
So you expecting them in the free agency to go out and find another pass catching? Because Schultz caught a lot of balls for.
He did. I think they're gonna use Ferguson.
Okay.
It's the good thing and bad thing is they have the players in building, but they need to mix them all into one.
Yeah.
Like, so you got the blocker, Schoonmaker, you got the pass catcher Hendershot, and then Ferguson's like a mix between the both, but he's not great at either one. So they're just, I just think it's a 3-headed monster, and they're gonna try their best not to tip what they're doing with their tight end personnel.
Yeah. Yeah, were you a little bit upset that they didn't take a flyer on some type of quarterback in the draft at some point?
I think they did. I think they wanted to, but the ones that they picked, it was a 4th round. In the 4th round, I think they wanted the guy from Fresno State.
Okay, yeah.
But he got picked early, and they had to move around. I think that was the only quarterback they had on their radar. Him and maybe Duggan from TCU, but he shouldn't have gotten drafted. To be honest,
I can't believe the Chargers.
Yeah,
Chargers.
Chargers going. He shouldn't have gotten drafted.
Nope.
At least anything before the 7th round was too early for him.
Yeah.
So they got left without a partner in the quarterback room.
And the reason I asked that because it's just a matter of time for the Dak contract come back up.
Yeah.
Right there in your face.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to be in a position where you have no choice but to give him more money, or if you already got a young guy coming up that's you grooming.
I think this will be the year. So next year, I think they're going to really try to get in and groom a quarterback. They wanted to this year, and they got blocked out.
Yeah.
Because more of the Cooper Rush factor. Cooper Rush hit his ceiling, and then we have Rear Greer after him. Yeah, now it's time to start getting even.
And he got 2 more years, Dak, on this contract that he's on.
Yeah,
2 more. Okay. Yeah.
Even the Eagles got another quarterback.
Yeah,
and I would have mind him as a backup. I don't think the Cowboys liked him like the Eagles liked him.
Yeah. So has teams already signed unrestricted free agents?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they started Sunday, I think.
Yeah.
So they do it after the draft.
Yeah, right after the draft, they got like the Cowboys did real good in their undrafted free agents. Some of them I thought were better than their 7th round pick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So, but overall, it's a physical draft, and but we'll see. I do like how they add to the team.
Yeah.
The draft overall.
Okay.
I'll be watching Eric Scott and then Overshown in the rookie minicamp to see how they fit into the team.
Who's the other running back behind you got now? Who's the backup?
Pollard.
Yeah, who's behind Pollard?
So we got Pollard. We got Mike what's his I forgot his name. I forgot his name that quick. So it's looking like Pollard, Deuce, Hunter, Lipke. Man, I can't remember his name. You stumped me on that. Let me see if I can find him real quick. RBs.
Like there's there's some undrafted running backs out there.
So you got Pollard, Davis,
Mike Davis, yeah.
Ronald Jones.
Oh yeah, I forgot they said
And Deuce, and
then we got one more. I forgot his name too. He was a running back out of South Carolina. But Davis is the one I was thinking about.
Yeah,
he actually played last year.
Malik Davis.
Malik Davis. Yeah. He actually played last year.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. So now let's go through these next teams right here, the rest of the teams, and let's do like a rapid fire on these, and real quick, and just let me know which player y'all liked from their draft. And I'm also gonna tell you the grade. So let's start off with the Arizona Cardinals, man. Arizona Cardinals, they got graded a solid A.
Mm-hmm.
For their draft picks. Is there any particular player that y'all like that they picked up? DC?
Mine was the first pick.
The first one, Paris Johnson?
And the way they went about getting it, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
For me, I like BJ Ojulari.
Edge rusher?
LSU, yeah. I like that pick. And like Kraft said, the way they maneuvered the draft.
Oh, yeah,
man. They deserve an A for that.
Yep. All right, so let's go to the next one. Falcons. They got graded a minus. Now they only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They only had 7 draft picks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So who's the best player they got? Jerome?
Of course it's Bijan.
Okay.
Just the way that they drafted him is kind of the head scratcher. Matthew Bergeron, the guard from
Syracuse.
Yeah, he's I think that would be like the second best pick right there.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, Bijan the best player that they drafted, but like he's saying that they were in the top 3 in all the rushing stats.
Yeah,
across in the NFL.
Yeah.
You know, Algier was like the rookie, led the rookie, I think, in yards, and then you come back and you take Bijan. That's still a head scratcher. And Zach Harrison, the edge from Ohio State.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to him. He's probably going to be a day one starter for them.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Ravens. They're graded a solid A. DC, who do you like on this one right here?
Zay Flowers for one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Age. I'm really looking forward to see how he operating in space against the NFL caliber players. So, yeah, it's going to be Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers?
Yeah.
Jerron?
Trent Simpson's his name that I liked.
Clemson?
From Clemson, yeah. 4'4" athlete, kind of small, but he flies around the ball. Yeah, I liked his film a lot.
Okay, all right. Let's go to the Bills now. They got a grade of an A, solid A. Which player did you like on this one, DC?
Oh man, both the first 2 picks, man.
Yeah.
Kincaid and Osiris. I can't believe he lasted that long. I thought he would went just a little bit earlier. So I like both of those picks a whole lot.
Yeah,
and the fact that they schemed their way right in front of the Cowboys.
Yeah,
to keep Kincaid from going there possibly. So yeah.
Okay.
Kincaid.
Jerron?
Yeah, same. I think eventually Dalton Kincaid gets over Knox in the depth chart, and then Osiris Torrance, he'll help their run game a lot. I like both of those 2 picks.
Okay. Now to the Carolina Panthers, their grade is a B, and they only selected 5 picks this year. Mind you, because they traded most of it allowed to get that number 1 pick overall. But besides that, DC, who do you like on this one, man?
I like the receiver from Mississippi, Jonathan Mingo.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna come in there probably DJ Moore spot.
Yeah,
he'll step in right away. I think
Jonathan Mingo. I'll make sure I keep that name in hand for fantasy football.
Yes. He'll probably be their number 2 receiver from day one. Big old dude, DC's right. That's the pick.
Okay. So you agree with DC on that one?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Let's go to the next one. The Chicago Bears. They had a grade of a A minus. DC, who do you like on this one, man?
Outside of the number 1 pick they took with Wright, I like actually Roshan Johnson,
Roshan-
running back out of Texas.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
the
how much
backup.
playing time he's gonna get from day one, but
Mhm.
I think at some point he'll get a shot.
Yeah,
Because they already got basically 2 backup running backs there with the kid that just came over from Carolina.
yeah.
Foreman. They got
Yeah,
Foreman
Foreman,
there.
yeah.
And they got Khalil
And he's from
Herbert.
Texas as well. Yeah.
and Khalil Herbert. So, yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Roshan Johnson pick.
Jerron, how about you, man?
Tyreek Stevenson. I love him as a cornerback, safety, maybe hybrid. I think he was underrated. And then Tyler Scott, the guy, Cincinnati receiver,
Okay.
blazing 4.3. He's basically Darnell Mooney all over again, and they just got 2 of them. Yeah, those 2, and then Roshan, like you said, I like that pick for them also.
And the Chicago Bears got 10 picks, bro.
And 7 on defense.
Eee.
Look at that.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to the Bengals. The Bengals got graded A minus. DC, who do you like on this one?
Cincinnati. I think the guy from Clemson.
Clemson? The edge
Yeah,
rusher?
the edge rusher, Miles Murphy.
Okay.
That was an easy pick. But outside of that, the Chase Brown, the running back from Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think he might, with the Joe Mixon stuff going on, he may get a shot
Yeah.
as sooner than everybody think.
Yeah, absolutely. Jerron?
I like Charlie Jones and Chase Brown. They're getting ready for their departures. Joe Mixon, he won't be a Bengal for much longer. And then Tyler Boyd, he's gonna be gone. So Charlie Jones is a really good pick. What did they get for A minus for their draft?
Yeah, A minus Bengals.
So I like their draft. They fit a lot of things. DJ Turner also undersized but really feisty cornerback
From Michigan?
Yeah, they had a good draft.
All right, gotcha. All right, now to the Cleveland Browns. They're graded a B, a solid B. Who do you like on this one, DC?
Actually, Tillman. I like both of the Tennessee receivers, Tillman and the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like the tackle from Ohio State, big guy, DeJuan Jones.
Mm-hmm.
DeJuan Jones,
Yeah, I
okay.
think he's going to help out.
All right, Jerron?
They did well also. Siaki Ika,
Big-
I like big old
Edge rusher?
Vita Vea.
Yeah.
For them not to have a day 1 pick,
He did pretty
they
damn
did
good.
really good.
Yeah.
Tillman, Dorian Thompson Robinson, he's a good backup
for what they do with Deshaun.
For what they do with Deshaun.
Yeah.
So and then Luke Whippler.
Steal.
We thought he was gonna go way higher than he did.
Yeah, that was a steal.
He
right there.
lasted to the 6th round.
Yeah.
So Cleveland did a hell of a job drafting.
Yeah.
And then that was a pick that I thought Texans would have got. They would have got Ohio State center with the quarterback.
Mhm.
You
Right.
know, I thought so. You know,
Yeah.
they got chemistry already. So, yeah, I'm surprised about that one too.
And DeJuan Jones, they did really well. Now,
Yeah.
now that I look at it, they had probably one of the best top 10 drafts, top 7 drafts, especially with the limited resources they had.
Yeah. Man, but speaking about limited resources, Denver Broncos, they were graded a solid B, and they only had 5 picks this year.
Mm.
DC, who's your favorite one of this one, man?
Drew Sanders. the
Drew
linebacker
Sanders?
from Arkansas.
Okay.
I wish we would have took a chance on it, but that's not one of our main needs is inside
Yeah.
linebacker. But you'll see him. You'll see him week 1.
Yeah.
You'll see the call his name from the jump.
Okay. Jerron?
Marvin Mims. He's an underrated receiver. He gets open deep, good hands. Riley Moss, white cornerback.
Hey, man.
That's like seeing an endangered species come back to life.
It's the unicorn.
Yeah, it's like Jurassic Park when they first brought back the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
He I think he doesn't last long at cornerback, to be honest.
Yeah.
They're gonna give him a shot. And I think he's gonna do decent, but he'd probably be better at safety. And not because he's a white guy, just because
He's not fast enough?
he's fast enough. I don't know if he's twitchy enough.
Okay.
You gotta be twitched up athlete to like think of what Sauce Gardner was. He's not the fastest,
Right.
but he moves like like an alien.
Yeah.
but Riley Moss, first white corner drafted in since in 20 years probably. So I do like what they did also with limited picks. It seems like the teams with few picks did really well in my estimation.
And going back to that, cornerback is probably the toughest, but for me, I think it's the toughest position to play. As far as from a physical standpoint.
Yeah.
Because you don't know which way the receiver going.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows where he's going except for you. You know,
Yep.
and you have to change on a dime
Yeah.
Yeah.
to keep up with some of these guys. Some of these guys are artists when it comes to running routes.
Exactly,
You know,
man.
make
Like,
you look bad, man.
first of all, these receivers are above 6 feet.
Yeah.
Most of them, if it's not a slot receiver, but they're 6 feet and 200 plus pounds, and tall. It's rare to find a cornerback that's tall that can match their ability to catch a ball, man. So, yeah, and then on top of that, you have to be on them. Good luck, man.
Like that might be the second toughest spot in any sport. So quarterback is the toughest in any sport.
Yeah.
Then corner is unfair what they make corners do.
Yeah.
Like you don't know where they're going. You can't touch them.
Nope.
Yeah.
And then you gotta prevent all these magicians that's the because you have no control really.
The zero.
A perfect pass still beats you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
All right, let's move on to the Lions, man. They're graded a C plus. Is there any picks do you like about this one, DC?
Hendon Hooker and Brian Branch. They finally came back around the second day after that disaster from the first day, man. Not that those are bad players, but just when they took them. But yeah, Hendon Hooker and Brian Branch.
Okay. Jerron?
I came around on them.
Uh-huh.
They gave him a C plus, which is kind of ridiculous. Getting Brian Branch that late is a steal. Yeah. Hendon Hooker is gonna sit. I don't know if Hendon Hooker was the best fit for them because he's gonna be 25, 26 as a rookie. Even the Jahmyr Gibbs pick, I started to like that a little bit more. I don't like what they did to get him, but like you said, the player is good. But yeah, overall, I'll give it a B. The whole draft weekend, I give them a C because of what they did with Swift. But it came around. It started looking good.
Jerron, but now we're looking at this Detroit backfield. Is it any better than it was last year? They had Swift and Williams, so now you go to David Montgomery and Gibbs.
Is it better?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, they still. The running back is just about the same as it was last year.
They just swapped out names to me.
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs might give you a little bit more explosiveness, but
that's my point for going up there doing that.
Yeah.
Taking that pick there.
It's an even trade. Maybe they saw something in Gibbs where he may have worked better with them than Swift. I don't know. I just wouldn't have given up capital when you already have in-house.
Right. You had the guy already.
You had the guy in-house already. I just wouldn't have done what they did on day one, but day two, getting Brian Branch and Sam Laporta. I didn't even mention that was my favorite, one of my favorite tight ends. They say he's baby Kittle.
If I want a tight end, I want him out of hour.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
They
go down, look at the list of tight ends that came out of hour. You be like, oh, I know them. Yeah.
Sam Laporta, Brian Branch right there. You win the draft to me.
Yeah. All right. Moving on, let's go to the Green Bay Packers. They are graded A minus. Now, they have a lot, man. I want to say they have about 12 picks right here. DC, so who do you like out of this bunch right here?
They F the receivers in the first round because they had a chance at Jackson Smith. I like Musgrave, the tight end. Yeah, for me, I think that's the best pick out of Oregon State.
State, okay.
Of course, a lot of Lucas Van Ness, that's a given, but I like Luke Musgrave.
Okay.
Out of Oregon State.
Jerron?
I'm trying to see. I don't know why they got such a high review. Jaden Reed, the wide receiver, I liked him, and Tucker Kraft, probably their best two picks. I'm not sure why. Well, you said they got an A plus.
Yeah. Oh no. A minus.
A minus. Oh,
A minus.
Okay. Well, yeah. The Luke, Tucker Craft, Jaden Reed. Those are pretty good picks. I trust them that they're going to use them wisely.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next one. Indianapolis Colts. They're graded a solid A. DC.
Oh man. Oh no, Fredo. I want to say Anthony Richardson, man, but I'm gonna go with Josh Downs,
Yeah.
the receiver, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he'll come in. He'll be on the other side of Pittman.
Yeah.
They won. It should be okay.
Yeah. That should be a good one. Jerron.
Guys, I'm sorry to break it to you, but they had one of the best drafts this year.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Richardson, we'll see what he can do. But Julius Brents, 6'3" corner. Josh Downs, he's going to be tough to cover. But the Editame Adebawore, I'm surprised he went this late. I don't know what it was, but it says defensive end. He's not a defensive end. He's a defensive tackle. He's a 3-tech. They're going to put some weight on him. He ran like a 4.5 at the and then Darius Rush right after that. They got some good value at corner and defensive tackle. They had a real good draft.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the Jaguars. They're graded a B plus. DC.
I'm still trying to figure out if maybe the linebacker Miller from Florida, but
yeah,
I'm still scratching my head with the Tank Bigsby pick at that point. I figured they was okay by now, running back. And they went out and got him, but he's a decent player. But yeah, I think the impact player for him would be Miller, the linebacker. From Florida.
Okay. Wrong.
Parker Washington is the sleeper pick I got out of wide receiver out of Penn State.
Yeah,
I liked him a lot. He was under the radar most of the year, but I like that. And Tank Bigsby, I wanted him on my team, but they snuck in and got him. That was a good pick. But like you said, I thought they would have been okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they're gonna make a move at running back that we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think in most teams in the NFL now want that 1-2 hit combo from the running back position now.
They got it already.
Yeah.
But maybe 1, 2, 3. You know, 3 hit,
3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Let's go to the Kansas City Chiefs. They're graded a B plus. DC.
King Felix.
Yeah.
King Felix is still holding. And Rice, of course, out of SMU. A lot of people, he didn't get a lot of run, but that guy's pretty good. Rice, the receiver.
Okay. Jerron?
I would say, Felix. Rice was a surprise to me that they went with him over somebody like Hyatt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's real productive. I don't know if he fits. I mean, Patrick Mahomes going to make him fit. But he wouldn't have been the kind of receiver I would have drafted for Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's good they went out there and got an offensive tackle to replace. With Cincinnati.
Yeah.
When you're that good, man, hey, a lot of this is luxury picks.
Yeah.
He's just reloading on the cool. Yeah.
And you get what you get at that.
That's right.
31, 32 pick. Whatever drops to you just take them.
Yeah. All right, so now we go to the Las Vegas Raiders. They're graded a B plus. DC, who you like on this pick right here?
Oh man, I actually like the fact they went and got Aiden O'Connell, the Purdue quarterback.
Okay,
yeah.
Don't be surprised. Hell, if Jimmy G don't get his stuff together this year, he'll be in the lineup throwing passes for him. I like that pick a whole lot, and they got him way down at the bottom towards the draft.
So that right there is a steal.
135.
All right, Jerron?
Aiden O'Connell, that was one of the quarterbacks the Cowboys liked. It was 2 of them, and he was one of them. Okay. Michael Mayer, they
the tight end?
Yeah. They traded your boy Waller. Yep. They traded Waller, replaced him with Michael Mayer, more of an old school tight end, but I'm surprised that he lasted this long.
Some people think he's the best tight end in the draft.
Yeah.
People that think that,
I think he's going to be a really good fit. They called him. He's not this, but they called him Baby Gronk at Notre Dame. He goes with Josh McDaniels, and who had Gronk. So he knows how to use him.
Yeah, sheesh, that'd be nice. All right, moving on. We have the Los Angeles Chargers. They're graded a B-. DC.
I probably gave him an F.
Yeah,
I don't. Man, I didn't really care for many of their picks. Maybe the wide receiver out of TCU, Davis, may help him out a little bit, but they already took Quentin Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
So they took both the receivers from TCU.
Oh, they took the quarterback too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who does that?
I know it.
Who sees TCU in the Big 12 and say, I want their whole offense?
Yeah. After they got demolished in that game.
I'm surprised they didn't get the running back.
Hey, I'm surprised.
Jerron?
Deion Henley. He
from Washington State linebacker.
Yeah, he quick. He's undersized linebacker, but he hits. And then the scratcher was the Max Duggan pick. I just don't. Yeah, that was an undrafted player that they picked. They did pick him in the 7th, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to Los Angeles Rams. They're graded at A-, and mind you, they have also 12 picks as well.
Yeah.
DC, who do you like, man?
Byron Young, the defensive end,
Okay.
Tennessee.
Tennessee edge rusher.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Powerful young man.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
All right. Is there anybody else?
They took a chance at Stetson Bennett, which is Baker Mayfield 2.0.
Yeah.
I'm still trying. I guess because he's a winner, but he's a really small guy also. But see, nobody's talking about his size like they do Bryce Young, but he's not very big at all. Yeah. And of course, a lot of the off the field stuff that he's had to deal with through his career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Jerron?
What did they get? What was the grade?
A-.
A-. Yeah. Stetson Bennett in the 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's early. That is early, and I can't believe nobody's really talking about that. I like Travius Hodges-Tomlinson. We talked about him before. Undersized corner, but he is a feisty dude. And Zach Evans, running back, Ole Miss.
Yes.
He was on my radar. I liked him a lot. I think he's gonna walk in and be a
day one starter.
A day one contributor at least. And they got him in the 6th.
I think at some point he was the top running back in this country when he came out of high school.
Yeah.
He went to TCU.
He went, and then he moved on to transfer. But I like him. He's got a really solid future, and that's why you don't draft running backs early because you can get a Zach Evans in the 6th with
215,
a Deuce Vaughn in the 6th. It's not necessary to draft him early, but they did have a solid draft. I just didn't like Stetson that early.
Okay. All right, so moving on, we have the Miami Dolphins. They were graded a B-, and they only had 4 picks. DC, what do you like?
H-Ing.
Yeah.
They just put him on that track team,
because
he's fast and he's going to go right along with what they like to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like that one a whole lot.
You like that one? Jerron?
Cam Smith, cornerback, just adds another cornerback to you already got Jalen Ramsey.
Yep.
You already got Howard. Now you can put him in the slot, and then y'all locking everybody up.
Yeah.
And A-Chain.
Yep.
What the hell, man?
Yep.
It's got to be the fastest team in in the NFL. If you on Matt next year, you got a track dude. You got 3 track stars on their offense.
Yeah.
But I like the A-Chain pick. They got a type. They did pretty well.
All right, moving on. Let's go to the Minnesota Vikings. They're graded A-. DC, who do you like, man?
The cornerback from USC, Mekhi Blackman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they need that help. They need help, especially with they letting the old dude walk away. Anyway, he was done.
Yeah,
but Peterson? They need cornerback.
Peterson.
Help. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, Jerron.
This looks like a rebuilding draft.
Yeah.
They're replenishing all their parts. Jordan Addison, we already talked about him across from Justin Jefferson. Jaquelin Roy, I liked him as a DT. He's a big old physical dude. And then Dwayne McBride.
Yep.
He had a lot of stats that show that he's going to be a pretty good NFL running back. But got him in the 7th.
Yeah.
Another reason why you don't draft an early running back.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the New England Patriots. They're graded A minus. What do you like on this one, DEC?
I know he didn't like it, seemed like too much, but Keon White, the Georgia Tech edge rusher, man. He didn't, but that's why I'm going with Keon White, man. He's a real good player, but I don't think he really cared for being drafted by them. But the look on his face when they showed him.
For real?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Jerron?
I don't know if it was just being drafted that late or knowing that he's gonna have to go through hell with Bill Belichick. But yeah, he didn't seem happy at all. Christian Gonzalez, getting him that late, 17th pick. He was a top 10 projection a lot of times. He was the 3rd corner taken. That's a steal. I still haven't heard why he went late. And then one to look out for is Kayshon Boutte. He was supposed to be Odell. He was supposed to be Justin Jefferson. And it just didn't happen.
No.
He's got talent. He's not the quickest, but he was hyped up to be the next big LSU receiver. I want to see what they can do to develop him in New England.
Okay.
I didn't think that'd be the type of player that the Patriots would pick up at all.
Me either. He got off-field stuff, doing all this freaky stuff. So he that's a surprise.
After drafting kickers and punters too.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the New Orleans Saints. They're graded a B plus. DC, who do you like on this one?
The running back, Andre Miller, TCU. Yeah, I think they got that one right.
Yeah,
because they got Jamal Williams, but they don't know what's going to happen with Kamara. What that's going to turn out to be. But yeah, I like that pick right there, Andre Miller.
Okay. Jerron?
Jake Hayner. That's the other name that
Quarterback.
the Cowboys were interested in. He went in the 4th. And A.T. Perry. I liked him a lot. I'm surprised he lasted to the 6th round out of Wake Forest. And then of course that Miller, Kendrick Miller, that was the pick. That's a good possible replacement for Kamara.
That was Wake Forest quarterback I was thinking of. They went to Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And now the Saints have 2 quarterbacks from Fresno State in the roster right there.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the New York Giants. They are graded A minus. DC, who do you like on this one?
Banks, Michael Smith, Hyatt, Eric Gray.
Just keep going.
The draft. Giants did a great job, man. They really did, man. I can't knock them. They did a really good job in the draft, man. Yeah. Kudos to the Giants.
Okay.
I hate it. that John Michael Schmitz, that was a perfect pick for him. Yeah. He solidified their offensive line. They got 3 studs on the offensive line now. Yep. Like you said, every pick they just hit bah. Good pick. They will be a force to be reckoned with coming up soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, next up, we have the New York Jets. They're graded a solid B. EC, what do you like on this one, man?
I'm going to go with the Joe Tipman from Wisconsin Center. Yeah, a big, nasty guy. And they needed help on the O-line, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Jerron?
Let's go with Zach Kuntz in the 7th round. Thought he would go way higher than this. Yeah. Maybe because he's a small school cat, but
good measurements and speed and stuff.
He measured out great.
Yeah.
It's just I don't have any idea why everybody passed on. There was Cowboys fans who wanted him in the 2nd round, and he ended up in the 7th. So maybe it's medicals. I don't know, but I really like that. He, as a value, he should have been at least a 3rd.
Yeah,
he's 6'7", ran a 4.5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He he was projected way
6'7",
higher.
running 4.5.
Way higher with good hands.
Yeah.
It's not like he's got 2 bricks for hands. He can catch. So
Okay. Moving on, we have the Philadelphia Eagles. They're graded at A-.
these bastards.
DC, who do you like on this one, man?
I like Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter?
Yeah, the Georgia guy.
Yeah.
The other one.
Yeah.
And also Ringo.
Yeah.
For what they do, I think he'll be okay. I don't know if it worked for him on any other team, but for the way they set up, I think he's going to work out with them.
Yeah. Jerron, who do you like on this one, man?
I'm gonna go with, of course, Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
That's the steal of the draft. Ringo, I'm okay with them getting Ringo. He's not that scary to me. To me, he's more of a safety anyway. And then they got off-field concerns with him. Tyler Steen. They just keep getting tackles, man. They gonna get all you know is they're gonna get a defensive lineman and a tackle, and I like Tyler Steen as a tackle also.
Yeah. All right. Also, I like that pickup from Nolan Smith. I like that one too.
Yeah. That's gonna. He's a tweener for me. I don't know how they play him, how they get him on the field.
Yeah.
But it's a good pick. It's just so many. I guess that you're going to rotate every 2 pass rushes. They're just going to throw another pass rusher on the field.
Okay. All right. Move on to the next team, Pittsburgh Steelers. They're graded as solid A. DC, who do you like on this one?
Why didn't give him A+?
Thank you.
I'm telling you, the Darnell Washington pick, man.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, Pittsburgh. To me, I think they won the draft.
Yeah.
Yep.
Out of all the teams, Philly and Seattle had great drafts too, but the damn Pittsburgh Steelers, they found a way to do it again. I think they had the best draft, man, for what they were dealing with. They had the best draft. It started with Roger Jones, Joey Porter. Man, stuff just seemed like fell into their lap, man.
That Joey Porter one, I like
Good job,
that one.
Omar Khan.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, because Kraft, I'm right there with you. That's the best draft out of the league. Roger Jones, future left tackle. Joey Porter, his dad's team. Physical corner to go with Patrick Peterson. Keanu Benton, physical DT. Darnell Washington, physical man. They just keep hitting them over. Yep. And then Corey Trice, 6'3", 4'4" cat.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So you got 6'3" Joey Porter, 6'3" Corey Trice. Got Patrick Peterson on your team already. You got man, they hit it out the park. Yeah. That's an A++ draft, especially with how many picks?
You only have six
picks?
6 picks.
2, 7.
No, 7.
Oh, they had 7, 2. And then so between the 4th and 7th round, they didn't have any picks. Yeah, they did work.
Yeah.
If you want to know what value is, go look at this draft. They got every pick is a value pick.
Yep,
no doubt.
All right.
I'm jealous.
Yes.
All right. Next one, we have the San Francisco 49ers. They're graded a B-. DC, who you like on this one?
I'm giving him a C for taking that kicker that early. But
I know, man.
I like the tight end from Alabama. Let's see how he gonna work with the guy they already have.
Okay.
And how they gonna implement into that offense. But of course, Shanahan.
Yeah.
He'll figure out a way.
Yeah. Oh,
sure.
absolutely. Yeah. They drafted 2 tight ends.
Yeah.
On this one. Jerron?
D. Winters. From that's TCU.
TCU.
Yeah, he was impressive throughout the playoffs. Braden Willis, Oklahoma. He's more of a H back.
Okay.
He's going to be another use check for them. Yeah. But I mean, it's a underwhelming draft. Yeah. Whenever you pick a 3rd round kickers, you get low marks from me. But it just seems like a 49ers draft. They're going to do well regardless of whoever they pick.
Okay. All right. Next team, we have the Seattle Seahawks, graded A-. DC, who you like on this one?
Outside the obvious first 2 picks, man, I like Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah.
Even though they got Kenneth Walker, some people think this guy was the 2nd overall running back in the whole draft behind Bijan.
Yeah.
So I like that pick a lot. A little head scratching, but I guess Pete Carroll figured it out with him and Kenneth Walker there.
Pete Carroll never has problems with running backs. All right, Jerron, who you like, man?
The first two picks, home runs.
Home runs.
They had another top 5 draft.
Yes.
Is like you said, what they're doing at running back is because they got Kenny McIntosh too.
Yeah.
In the 7th round, he's the receiving back from Georgia.
Yes.
I don't know how they're going. Like one of them cats is going to be on the street. Yeah. Most likely McIntosh doesn't make the team, but that's fine. They already got talent.
Yeah.
But the first two picks is nothing. It's nothing you can do, especially after seeing how the 49ers drafted, seeing how they drafted.
Yeah,
they're getting a little closer, man.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're graded a solid A. DC, who's your favorite draft on this one?
I actually like the Purdue tight end.
Purdue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Payne Durham.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Jerron?
Cody Mock. Cody Mock is he's gonna be a guard. I liked him.
North Dakota?
Yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't pull the trigger on Will Levis.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but Payne Durham and Cody Mock are really two good solid picks.
Yeah, they must be in the tanking business.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out real quick.
Yeah. And they didn't get another quarterback the whole they didn't get a backup.
No.
Oh. It's what's his name?
Baker?
It's Baker or
It's
nothing else, man.
Baker show.
That's the Baker show. All right, last one right here. We have the Washington Commanders. They're graded a solid B. DC, who do you like on this one, man?
I like the running back they got late. I don't know why, but Chris Rodriguez Jr.
Yeah, Kentucky
with Brian Robinson there. But yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah. Jerome?
Highlights.
Braden Daniels, I like him as a guard, tough guard. So they hit back-to-back center and guard. I like what they did right there. They had a pretty good draft too. Forbes was a head scratcher a little bit from where he went, but if you like him, you like him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stromberg and Braden Daniels.
Okay. All right. All right, Jerron, so you said that you want to hit on the free agents that are still available, huh?
Yeah, so team building never stops.
Yeah.
Like we said, NFL is king. So it says the top defensive free agents after the draft. There are quite a few names that are wild right now. So let's see, Frank Clark.
Yep.
Still out there. Clowney. We always know Clowney just looking for money.
Yes.
Yannick Ngakoue, free agent, pass rusher. That's. Let me see. Melvin Ingram, Zach Cunningham, Miles Jack, Deion Jones. Byron Jones is still out there. I hope the Cowboys bring him back. Man, yeah. There's a Kareem Jackson.
Did he go to Miami? That's one of them in Miami?
Yeah, he was in Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Miami. He just couldn't stay healthy out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still Michael Brockers, Poona Ford. Good names still available after the draft.
Yeah.
And then on offense, Teddy Bridgewater, Carson Wentz. These are backups.
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Still out there.
Forgot about him.
Leonard Fournette still out there. So, I didn't know N'Keal Harry was a free agent. I don't see him being a contributor. Cameron Brate, tight end. Taylor Lewan, George Fant, 2 OTs. Isaiah Wynn, OT. Dalton Reisner, I would have brought him in as, for a guard. And then Rodney Hudson. All of these cats are still unsigned. And Mercedes Lewis.
Wow.
But yeah, it's just a Kenny Galladay also.
Nah, they got some.
Kenny Galladay seems like a Titans pickup to me. I think they go. I think the Titans gonna pick him up. That's my.
Hey, there's nothing left there. Leave it alone. Yeah. Nobody's home.
You might as well pick me up because
please.
But the Titans could fix a lot of their warts. Because we were talking about defensive line for you guys. I mean, look at all these names: Melvin Ingram.
Oh yeah.
Robert Quinn.
There's a lot of guys that can help.
Yannick Ngakoue. I'm sure you're not going down to Clowney, but where does
we've
Frank?
Been down that road.
Where does Frank Clark go?
Yeah, I wonder what he's asking for.
Yeah,
that's the problem. They know the problem with Kansas City. What he's at, the money he's asking for.
And also, you're wondering if maybe he's asking for like a multiple year contract or.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Yeah. People just got to get comfortable with him off the field.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not over yet. There's gonna be some. Julio Jones is still out there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some names.
I'm sure they just pick up. They don't want to go to those camps and stuff. A lot of those guys, but
absolutely.
Now that the draft is done and the teams start shaking, you go through mini camp and start cutting guys. They'll get phone calls. People start to get hurt.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if so in a team building aspect. If the Cowboys look at Deion Jones, Kareem Hunt.
Yep.
Like
I can't believe nobody called him.
Yeah, for real.
And then Teddy Bridgewater as a backup. I would think their phone would be ringing off the hook right now, especially after the draft. Not everybody got everything they wanted.
Right.
Right. But besides that, gentlemen, y'all boys got anything else you want to talk about?
You know, Jerome, how do you feel now after the draft? You seen what the Giants have as far as where the Cowboys stand in that division now?
It's gonna be tough. I still have them as a solid number 2, with the question mark of what's the play calling gonna be now?
Yeah.
Are we going back to the old Green Bay days? Are we going back to the old Seattle Seahawks days with Russell Wilson? Because Schottenheimer is OC-ish. Him and Mike McCarthy are going to be calling plays together. But the Giants are looking formidable.
Yeah.
Like having all of the good draft picks are starting to work out.
Yeah.
We'll see what Daniel Jones ends up becoming and what else they can add, because like there's names still out. Like what's going to happen with Hopkins?
Yeah.
If Hopkins goes to the Giants, then a lot of people in trouble.
Yes.
Like that could change a whole lot in the NFC East. But so it's still a 3-headed monster. And then Washington, they still look dangerous, but I would have them the Giants as a close number 3. They're close to the Cowboys. We'll see how they perform now.
Yeah. And they didn't even bring Chase Young back. They didn't sign his 5th year.
No.
That tells you a lot. Number 2 overall pick.
Again, somebody call him up or call them up, because
I expect him to get moved. I wouldn't be surprised at all. But he got 1 year left. Somebody call him up. Hey, we'll take a flyer on him.
That's not good for 2nd overall pick.
No.
A stud. So that's telling you there's probably work ethic things. He's always hurt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does he want to play? Does he love football? Kind of questions.
2 different guys. One that love it.
Yeah.
One that can play.
Yeah.
You know, that's something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, gentlemen. But other than that, man, y'all boys got anything else?
I think that's about it, man.
You think so?
I think that's good.
That's it.
All right. Well, hey, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in to Fredo's Football Talk. So they're saying that the schedule might be released on May 11th.
May 11th.
That's on a Thursday. So yeah, can't wait for that. Can see how many how many primetime games Cowboys are gonna get, and I hope the Texans get at least more than one. I like the way they're doing it now, because back then they used to release the schedule before the draft, but I like the way they're doing it now because they're waiting and see. I guess which team gets what, and which players, all that. You know, I like the fact they do it now after the draft. And yeah, I'm excited, man. So we know which opponents we're gonna play, but we don't know what dates and what times.
Right.
But yeah, are y'all excited about the schedule?
Oh
release?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think you get
I say 2 for sure.
I think you get 2, but it's gonna be a Jaguars Texans. Probably Monday night.
Give me the times,
talking
bro.
about the Thursday night primetime games?
Yeah. well, what's it called? Like, for sure, I know we're gonna get Thursday night primetime game.
You're guaranteed a Thursday.
I want that Thursday to be in Tennessee while they wear the Oilers and get this.
What you ask for.
Yeah, you don't know if you want to
get this nonsense over with, man. Let's get them jerseys dirty, man.
So, have we seen the mock-up of the jerseys yet?
I haven't seen.
But I wonder which Oiler jersey they're gonna bring back though.
Yeah. I think they're gonna go back to the ones that they brought back for a while. The alternative, the one that CJ2K wore. I think they're just gonna stick with those.
The blue and white ones.
Yeah, those blue and white. They're not gonna go full Oilers, I don't think. But I remember they had it was like the Love Your Blue helmets too, right?
Yeah, I want to bring the helmets back, the real helmets.
With the red face mask.
They did it one time when they first got there. They wore them a
few
few times.
They
wore them.
Yeah, because I guess they were still going because they were still developing the new jerseys and the new name.
Yeah,
but but I do like that name that they picked out, the Titans. I do like that name.
Mm-hmm.
It just.
But I think there's 4 teams eligible for Hard Knocks this year.
Yeah.
Saints, Jets, and there was 2 more other teams.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure the Jets.
It's probably going to be the Jets.
It has to be the
The
Jets.
Saints and the
It's going to
Jets,
be
and
the Jets.
there was 2 more other teams.
Now,
that
if
was
you're
eligible to do it.
if you're Aaron
Maybe
Rodgers,
Washington was one of them.
Yeah, it was Washington and
was
it? It wasn't Carolina, was it? Oh, but
no, because Carolina got a new head coach.
Okay, yeah. So I think the Jets are going to get it, and
the Saints.
Aaron Rodgers is. I know he is already kicking himself. But he don't want to do that.
No,
he don't want to. He don't want to have all them cameras.
That's
and
the last thing he want to do.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think it's the Jets.
I hope it is the Jets because that'd be a good must watch TV right there. But other than that, gentlemen, I guess we'll see what happens till next week.
Unfortunately, DeAndre Swift is an Eagle.
Oh
yeah.
So they're just building on. I just want to get that in real quick. I don't know why the league is letting these cats do this. What is it? What's in it for everybody else to let them constantly get the players that everybody else wants, but they end up in Philly? I don't get it.
Man, I think it just bugs you because they're in your division. It makes your division harder, huh?
Yeah, but don't other teams want to get good?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
it would seem like somebody like.
And Detroit did it right in the NFC with them, so they might have to deal with that later on down the road.
Yeah.
Again, that's another head scratcher. What?
Yeah.
You know why they let his talent go?
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. That it for today?
Yeah, that's what I got.
All right. Well, hey, thank you for tuning in to Fredo's Football Talk. We will see y'all next week. But if you haven't, please go ahead and subscribe and share this episode with any football head out there. You know, anyone who loves football. Give us a like, give us a follow. That would be much appreciated. But besides that, see y'all next week. And gentlemen, see y'all next week, man.
Later.
Oh!
Hey, no, I like that. No,